But Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father except by me. And I told him 9 parts true and 1 part false, and a true or false question is still false. Hello world, the Autistic Christian here, and I am leaving the Atlanta domestic airport. I just dropped off an Uber rider. His name was Brennan, and I had an amazing conversation with him about God and Jesus and the Bible. I was able to end the conversation with 3 things, and I told him, look, just like you were saying, Jesus is a great teacher and there's a lot of great parables, but there's all kinds of other people and all kinds of truths out there. I said, you know what? You're right. If you look at all the major world religions, every single one of them will say the same thing you said. They'll say, Jesus is a way. But Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father except by me.
You were born in Iran.
Correct.
You were a Hezbollah fighter for 3 years.
I was on my way to United States to convert Christians into Islam. I was arrested, put in jail in Malaysia. I was a dedicated Muslim. Not only prayed the prayers, but I read the Quran once every 10 days, cover to cover. So I was very dedicated. One day as I'm praying, a man appears in front of me, normal size, but his being shines like light. This light was not a normal light. This light carried identity in it. You knew that he's holy and he's just. And instantaneous, I knew I am not. Even though I had prayed so many prayers, even though I had fasted so much and I had read the Quran, even though I have kept all the rules and regulation of Islam, I knew I'm not just. And I knew the only just thing for him to do is to kill me. But I didn't want to die, so I ran to the corner of the room, literally held my head in my arms and just cried out, shouting, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. And I didn't think he will forgive me because he is just, till I felt a touch on my left shoulder. And he said, I forgive you. And I felt a weight just lifted off me. And I knew I'm forgiven, but I don't know how. And I was confused. I was like, okay, I don't understand. Only God can forgive you. Just forgive me. You are God, but you are a different God than the one I have studied about. This is not Allah. So who are you that forgives me and I feel forgiven today? And he said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And I thought, that's very powerful. It means a lot, because as a Muslim you pray, Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim, show me the straight path. And so the way is a direction, truth is something you measure, life is a source, but he claims to be all those 3. I never thought the way is a person, the truth is a person, and life is a person, and all of them is the same person. So I said, I don't understand. What is your name? And he said, Jesus Christ. Just began to weep.
And I told him 9 parts true and 1 part false, and a true or false question is still false. He's like, that's a good point. I said, yeah. So I just want to encourage you, please download the YouVersion Bible app and just listen to Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. You said you've read the Bible several times, but the last time you read it was 18 months ago. So he said, thank you so much. I'm glad we had this conversation. Not many people are willing to have these conversations. And he was talking about how he just hates these Bible thumpers and stuff. And I was like, look, I apologize. I don't like those people too. And he was like, yeah, man, you've been great. And he said, I'm going to actually do this. I'm going to read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. So it's a great day. I'm going to go pick up a drone, Phantom 4 Pro V2 drone for $350. I had just returned the $641 no-name drone on Temu at the post office just now. I picked up 2 fares to Cartersville and then to Atlanta. Get here, made 50 bucks to do that. And now I'm headed to the bank to go get my money to pay for this drone. And then hopefully I'll be meeting up with the guy on Facebook Marketplace, pick up this drone over near Six Flags. Today has been a very good day. Let's just hope that this drone is good, and as long as this drone is good, everything is going to be perfect. Then I'll have to meet up with Nick, take care of some drone shots that he's been needing. After I get paid for the next job, I'm going to go get my FAA license. Everything's all falling into place. Just one step, one step, one step, and I just keep getting closer. Things are going well with Alex. He got out of jail the very next day after the third day. The Holy Spirit said 3 days, and so I waited 3 days, and then I called, and then on the third day, the bondsman told me that he does not qualify for a bond, but he should be out, pretty soon. And then the next day, he was released at 2 p.m. It was great. I'm just really happy. Megan and Jay have their triplets. He's loving his job. She's doing well. Hopefully she's not bleeding anymore and she can be released soon. Baby A still got a few issues, so they're just trying to make sure that the baby's nice and healthy before they discharge them. But I'm happy. Today's been a good day. The Autistic Christian School.
If you were telling the truth, you wouldn't have told us. And everyone